Today I'm going to show you what the 3 healthiest, in my opinion, foods are on the planet. Stay watching. You might want to include these 3 foods in your diet every single day. Alright, so I was thinking to myself, what if I could pick 3 foods? If I was sort of going away on a desert island somewhere and I was not going to be able to have any regular food, what would be the 3 things that I would take with me? And the 3 things that I would take with me are in front of me right now. And there's a reason why I believe these 3 foods for most people are the 3 healthiest foods on the planet. And basically those 3 foods are greens, beans, and flax. Easy to remember. Everybody say it with me. Greens, beans, and flax. That, my friends, is what you need to stay healthy, slim, balanced blood sugar, longevity for years to come. Obviously, you need lots of other macronutrients and micronutrients as well, but try and get these 3 into your diet almost every day. Now, as with any food or any supplement, there are a very small percentage of people who can't or shouldn't eat these foods, but this is the exception, and you'll probably know if you are that person. For example, if you are on blood thinners, then you don't particularly want to increase too many more greens into your diet. If you have autoimmune disease, you might want to slightly lessen the amount of beans you have in your diet. But these are rare exceptions, and for the most part, I passionately believe that you will be better off by eating these 3 foods. So let's just go through them swiftly. The first is dark leafy greens, such as this beautiful bunch of Swiss chard, kind of rainbow Swiss chard that I have here. This is actually one of my favorite leafy greens. I just remove the stalk, and then obviously I wash it very well, I steam it, and then I add a little bit of tamari, which is a gluten-free soy sauce, maybe a little garlic, a spritz of lemon juice. Just like that, it is so delicious. So you can eat it on its own, you can chop it up raw and add it to a salad, obviously. Or the other way I use these kinds of greens, like kale and Swiss chard a lot, is I'll chop them up and then I'll add them to a stew or a soup at the very end of cooking. So you really want to not cook the heck out of it. You want to keep it very vibrant and green and keep all those enzymes and nutrients in it. So at the end of a soup, for instance, while it's still hot and steamy, turn the heat off, throw your greens in, put the lid on, and it'll just naturally steam, okay? So greens are full, obviously, of chlorophyll and so many phytonutrients. So really for so many biological processes, but generally for boosting your immune system, greens are imperative. Now, obviously, there are so many different kinds of dark leafy greens, and the one piece of advice I will give you is change them up. So don't just stick to, I'm just going to eat kale, or just have kale smoothies every morning, or all I'm going to eat is chard. There are so many dark leafy greens. There are lots of dark leafy green lettuces, including romaine and dark red oak lettuce. Then there are all your different chards. There's bok choy, there's watercress, there's collard greens, there's turnip greens, there's beet greens. Anything that has a dark leafy leaf on it is a dark leafy green. Okay, food number 2, flax. Please, my friends, eat your flax. So flax seeds are very, very high in omega-3 fatty acids. And most of us, because of our diet, our Western diet, even if you're trying to be quite healthy, lack omega-3 fatty acids. These are essential fatty acids. This means that you can't actually get them, you don't make them in your body, so you have to get them from your diet. That's what an essential fatty acid means. And there's omega-6s and omega-3s. 3s are the ones that we tend to be deficient in, and 3s are what you're going to find in bucket loads in the lowly flax seed. So, how do you eat it? I buy ground flaxseed. You can buy the seeds and then you can grind them in a spice grinder, keep them in your refrigerator. With all nuts and seeds, I recommend you keep them in your refrigerator because they go rancid quite quickly. How do you eat it? Easy, so easy. 1 heaping tablespoon in your morning smoothie, or on your oatmeal, or in your chia pudding. Whatever you have for breakfast you can make flax muffins. So there's always an easy way to incorporate into your breakfast, and that's the main way that I recommend you do it, because then you're done. You've had it in the morning, you've got all that beautiful flax, and you're ready for the day. Also, the other really great plus about flax is that it contains a very, very high amount of fiber. So in terms of keeping your digestion regular for years to come, you don't need to go to those expensive supplements and laxatives and all those kind of medications you see at the drugstore. No way, Jose. I will say that again. No way, Jose. You really don't. Just have your flax and you should be good. And then finally, beans. Now, beans are such a healthy food. I'd almost say out of these 3, I'm almost going to go with beans as number 1, but I'm going to keep them kind of all equal now. Beans are full of protein. So if you're on a plant-based diet like I am, you're going to find that beans are your best friend. But beans do so many other things as well. What beans do is they help to stabilize your blood sugar, and they keep that sugar very, very stable. So it's a really important food for diabetics, or if you have any kind of insulin sensitivity, or if you're pre-diabetic. Then you want to start eating it. How many beans do we need to eat a day? I would recommend that you have about a half cup a day. Canned or boiled from scratch doesn't really matter. It doesn't change the health benefits. So I would go for a can. It's just as easy. I like Eden Organic. I'll put the link below this video. They're an organic company. They're made in America. They use BPA-free linings in their cans, and they also add a little bit of seaweed kombu. There's a lot of benefits with this particular brand. So you get your fiber, you get your protein, and you get this magical insoluble and soluble fiber, actually, both of which really help to stabilize your blood sugar levels. And if you think about it, by the way, I guess half a cup of beans a day could be hummus if you're using garbanzo beans. How easy is that? Because some people are like, oh, I can't eat that many beans, or I don't like them. There's so many different ways. You can make black bean brownies, you can make a black bean soup, you can make bean burgers. The sky's the limit. So if you're a little bit stuck for bean recipes, do visit my blog, sophieuliano.com, and I'll put the link below this video because you can see I have a lot of bean chilies and everything else that I put on that blog. So my friends, let me know if you include these 3 healthiest foods in the world in your diet. And just leave us some comments. Say how you like to eat them. What are the different forms? You might have some ideas for flax recipes. You might have some ideas that you can share with the community for bean recipes, or recipes for any of these foods. I love your comments. If you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. And I look forward to seeing you next time.